Okay, let's continue now with our tutorial. In the previous video, we actually created a flowchart and convert it from pseudocode to a flowchart. So this time, we will try to create a program. Okay, we're going to create a Python program using a simple while loop, and we will be implementing the use of break. Okay, so let's start now. Okay, what are the things that we need to do first? First, we don't need to declare anything. We just go directly with the while loop. While true, then colon. Okay, then this is where the user input will try to enter the name. Okay, enter your name. Then we can also add some message here or type and to quit, so that the user will be guided that they can actually quit if they want to. Alright. Oops, did I miss something? Okay, I'll just use this one single quote instead. Okay, because it's not allowed to have a double quote and another double quote inside this parenthesis. So I just decided to just put a single quote instead with the error. Now this is where in the flowchart you can see here enter user's name, because we need to apply why the condition is true. It will keep on coming back here asking the user to enter the name. Okay, so for that case we have to add the condition here. If user input, okay, I can just use this one, and example, if it is equivalent to end, then we can just type here print. Okay, based on the example. Okay, I'll just add some styling here and program. Then that's it, end of program. Then since we want to end the program, therefore we're going to add the command called break. The break will actually stop. Okay, and that's it. So instead of putting the, let's say if this one is false, it will print again. I'll be using the F string here. Hi, I'll be asking user input. Okay, for that case. So simple as that. Then end of program. Okay, hi Kevin, it will continue to us. It should be aligned here. Let's try to run. Let's say if it works. So let me say Kevin. It will continue again. Let's say John. Say Joy. Peter. See, it will never end. So going back here in our flowchart. Okay, enters user's name. Kevin, try to store, and then if it is not equal, the value being entered here not equals to end, then it will continue to display this one and then go back here and ask again the user to enter. Now let's say if I'm going to type here the word end, so based on the condition here, if I enter the word end, sorry about that, there is a motorcycle pass by. Okay, Okay, let's forget it anyway. Now, if I type the word and the user, just it will supposed to display an out program. Simple as that. Okay. Now, what will happen if in case this print will be aligned here? Okay. Let's try to run. You should be able to see this one. Kevin, John. Okay. As you can see, it tries to jump out. That's the difference. If you align this print high, this one will not be captured. Instead, it will go directly here. What happened, instead of passing by here, it will go directly in here. So this one will be omitted. If in case you will align this line of code under the if condition, okay, I hope you can see the difference now. But if you will try to move this one here, then this part of the flowchart, this will be covered just like what I've showed you. So let's say I type here the word end. Let's say if it ends, it also end the program. Okay, it will also end. However, so this is the sample of this code. This is the sample output. But if you want to display this hi Kevin or hi John, then you have to align this print on this option. Okay, let's try to run again, just like what I did a while ago. Say Kevin, see, hi Kevin, John, hi John. It will pass through in this option into our flowchart. Okay, I hope now. Now I will try to end this one. Okay, so what about if I'm going to add this high print outside the while condition? What will happen? So if I'm going to move this one, let's say, let's try to run Kevin, John, see, same approach. It's okay, Joy. It will not read this option of the flowchart. Instead, it will just go back directly here, and if I type the end, it will end the program, but it will also display these words. So it's kind of messy and the logic is not right, although the program is running. So you can try to check on that one. Okay, so I hope you can see now the difference between how you can align and put all together this one. So that's it for this simple while program. I hope you'll be able. Now, what about if you will try to add some error handling here? Okay, let's say in this program you want to add error handling. Okay, how are you going to do that? Let's say let's try to run again. So when the users enter something which is invalid or something that is, incorrect or anything, let's say I'm going to enter 9. Okay, see, if I'm going to enter symbol, supposed to be, it would say, hey, try to add something. Okay, it should be something better than that one. Okay, I'll try to end the program. Let's say if you're going to add here else option. Okay, sorry. print type invalid input. Okay, let's say just simple as this one. Okay, let's try to run the program again. Now, if I'm going to type John, okay, so, but the problem with this, it continued to display the invalid input before this option. Okay, as you can see, it print invalid input. It continued to display, which is not quite right, right? Okay, but there's also a solution for that. We can apply the error handling option, which is better way to solve it. Now, all of this, we will try to move it forward. Let's say I'm gonna add here try, so it means that's under this one. This is the code that is working and break. And if we want to catch the error, okay, there is a very noisy, sorry about that. If we want to catch the error, we just have to align here and type except. Okay, what are the types of error? So let's say I can use value error, perhaps value error. Okay, this one, and you can print invalid input. Okay, something like that, meaning you can create your own message. So the try and except block, this try, the program tries to wrap the code within a try block, which is, this is the try block, to capture the potential errors. If the user tries to enter, which is invalid, and we need to capture that through the except, so we need to identify. So in this option and the except, there are different kinds of what they call this one, catching the error. Okay, we need to handle specific exceptions. Okay, example here, we use the value error. So this value error trying to raise when the user enters invalid input that cannot be converted to a string. Let's say if the user tries to enter a number or something. But there is also another type of error, which is about the type error. Okay, when we use the type error, it tries to raise if the user enters an object of the different type. Okay, which is not and then it will try now to display the message so that the user will be informed. Let's say if any of these errors, these exceptions occur, the program prints the informative message through the user explaining the error. Okay, let's say at least they will be guided. And this approach, what's the benefit for this? Because it tries to makes the program more robust and can handle the error gracefully. And you cannot determine what the user will try to enter, so it's an unexpected user input. Then we can also identify or include a specific exception handling wherein it can help in providing a informative error message to the user, guiding them towards the valid input. So let's try to run this program. Let's say if I'm going to enter 9. Okay, so as you can see, there is this one is actually incomplete. Okay, now there's still another way wherein we can fix this one. Okay, hi 9. As you can see, it captures the 9, which is not right. Okay, so how are we going to do that? Let's say, okay, clear this out. I will, in the exact error, value error, I can also add another way. Add the type error. Okay, this one. Invalid input, I can add, let's say, please enter a correct, enter a name. Okay, that's it. So enter name. Let's try if this one is working now. Let me delete it and run again. John, Kevin, then let's say it's when I try to press enter, let's try if this one works. Okay, just display hi 889 9. Well, there's still something missing in the code. What I think is the solution for this, although we try to make some solution. Okay, there's a workaround. Let's okay, the reason why I'm trying to show you this some logical error, so that if in case you will encounter it, you will be able to fix and determine, oh, there must be wrong in the source code. So let's try to make some solution for this one. Okay, now what happened here in our code, the issue might be with the condition wherein we are trying to check for the invalid input. Currently we are just trying to catch the value error and the type error, okay, exceptions, but we also need to handle the case where the input is empty using the white space, so that's equivalent, or try to, you know, enter something like it contains some empty or any white space. Let's try to make a workaround in the code. Let's say in this option whether this one works. Let's say I'm going to add another if here. If not user, okay, try to user input, we will try to use this command called strip. Okay, this is strip will actually try to check if the input is empty or contain only with white space. Okay, I will make a comment here. We'll check if the input is empty or contains white space, okay, characters, okay, something like that. Then we will try to print here invalid input, please enter a name. Okay, oops, enter a name. Then we will try to add the word continue. Okay, so you can recall the topic about continue, wherein the word continue, what's the meaning of that again? The continue, okay, continue means this command tries to skip the current iteration, okay, of the loop. Now the statements following the continue statement are not executed once the Python interpreter reaches the continue statement. Okay, so let's try to check on this one. Let's try to run again. Let's say putting it Kevin, John, and I'll try to do the enter, meaning I will not enter anything. Okay, so it can catch now there invalid input, please enter a name. Okay, that's good enough. Let's say Joy, Now I'll try to put some symbols instead, or like 9. Oh, so here, as you can see, in this output, there's still something wrong in our command. It means only the white space. Okay, I'll try to clear. Means only the white space being catch. How about if I enter some numbers or anything which we cannot control? Sometimes the users actually will input something that we cannot control. Now, how are we going to solve that? Okay, since we cannot validate the error based on just by stripping, we still have to catch the error related to a number just like a while ago. But the question is, can we scan the words? Let's say if it's a number or alphabets or some white space. Is there any other solution for that? Well, yes, there is. We can try to use the regular expression, this option. So instead of using this option, the watch, okay, I will try to hide this option now. Okay, let's try to create another option. Example, if not meaning we're going to use the regular expression. So there's a special command called match. Okay, now inside this we will try to add a pattern. Okay, a pattern, and this will be the basis for the program to scan whatever the user had enter here. Okay, and this is what we call a regular expression, although it's not part yet of my discussion, but I will just try to introduce to you. Now this symbol, okay, what does it mean, that symbol? It tries to asserts the starting of the string. Okay, that symbol. Now inside the bracket you can add, let's say, A to Z. For now I will try not to include the number because a while ago there's 0 or 9. So what does it mean by this one? A to Z lowercase and in the uppercase format, meaning all the letters which are in lowercase or in uppercase. So it tries to matches any alphabetic character, either upper or lowercase. Now we will try to add using this plus. So what is this plus symbol? It quantifies the matches one or more occurrences of the preceding characters. So whatever followed on these letters or words, meaning the occurrences. And we will try to add this one, the dollar sign. So what is this dollar sign? It tries to assert the end of the string. Okay, end of the string. So for that case, well, the basis for this to scan is based on the user input being entered by the user. Okay, colon. Now what the program will do, it tries to check if the input contains alphabetic characters. Okay, something like that. So let's try to add a comment on that option. Now in this case we will try to add the print option. So where am I now? Let me do it again. Enter. Okay, here print. Of course we need to add some message here. uh, let's say I'll type here invalid input. Okay, enter a valid name. And you can also add some message like only only alphabetic characters. Let's see. Oops. Okay, something like that. It's quite long now, so you can have the option like /n for the next line. Okay, now in this case we will add the word continue again. Continue. Now, as you can see, the R here is being highlighted. The RE is being highlighted. We need to import. So how we can do that? Quick fix. Add import data. So we just add it here on top. RE, import RE. So it's no longer displaying the error side. Okay, but we will just retain on this part. So let's try to run the program now. Okay, let's try to review. Okay, as you can see, I tried to hide for the meantime this one I hide, and I add another option. Let's try to display this one now. Okay, let's try to run. Enter Joy, John, Victor, David, Jana, and then we'll try to enter 9. Oh, okay, it catches now the error. What about if I press enter? Okay, it catches. And valid input, enter valid name. What I did, I just enter anything, then try to use symbol. Invalid input. Okay, that's good to check that it's working now. And let's say end. Oops, but something missing on this part. There's still an error. As you can see, I tried to input the letter E, and then which is also an alphabetic. There's something wrong in our code, right? So on here I entered. Let's try to fix that one again. Well, that's part of programming, trying to fix and make some okay, as you can see that we try to include the pattern of all the letters, including the occurrence, but we were not able to include a single character in the inputs of the user. So how are we going to fix this one? There might be some solution. All right, now in this case, here in this option, before we going to add this, I think we can include the size. Example, len side here, user input, then plus to 1 or not. Okay, so it means we're going to try to get the or catch the single character inputs of the user. Okay, excuse me. And now we will try to run this program, and let's see how it works. John, given, Joy. Of course, a name can have three letters, but is there a name single letter? Let's say just simply J, assuming that there is no name that is equivalent to a single letter. Let's find out. Okay, so it works now because of our condition here, like went to 1 or not matching for this one. Let's try to check whether the symbols can still be recognized. And okay, good. How about the number 8, 0, -1? So it still works. But what about if there are two letters of name? CJ. Well, it can be recognized because obviously there is a name, two letters, just like mine. My name is CJ. So anyway, you can make some improvement on the code. Okay, and here for this case, if ever you want to have a limit on, you know, two letters, then you can also include that way as well by just changing this option. Let's say less than equal to 2. Okay, what important now, it can actually catch the error. Okay, so far that is for our while loops part 2 continuation on the previous topic, wherein in this tutorial we just added some other ways, like, you know, adding some try and catch. If ever you will encounter this scenario, then you can also apply this approach. What about if the user tries to, you know, enter, the end? Okay, what if it's in uppercase? What if the users enters the word in upper case? I'm sure in this program we were not able to catch this one as well. So in supposed to be, we can also include that one. You can just convert it into uppercase if you like, or maybe convert it to lowercase if you like, and it depends on your logic or your implementation. Okay, now I just want to check what will be your solution if just in case you want to handle let's say normally some users either enters lowercase or uppercase, but then how are we going to do that? I know, let's say users enters in uppercase, it will be converted into lowercase. So for that case, we just have to add here like lower. That same approach as well. Okay, let's try to run. This will be the last. Okay, example Joy. Then let's say it's uppercase and a program, it will be converted. Then you can also apply the same to the name if you want to excuse me. Okay, sorry about that. Let's say you want to convert the name into, let's say if I entered a lowercase letter for the word Joy. So for that case, when we can convert that user, let's say user, you can just put here capitalize maybe. Okay, also let's try to check for this case. Every time when the user tries to enter in uppercase or in lowercase, it will be converted and no. capitalize, meaning the first letter will be converted. Let's say Joy, see, David, let's say all caps, David, it will be converted. Now it's a combination of Peter, capital T, E, and R. So it will be converted. Okay. So in a type N, something like that, and a program. So this one is better solution now. So that's it for this lesson. I hope you have learned something today. I'm looking forward to see you again with another example. But for now, let's just end this video. That would be all.